Hey everybody, welcome to this week's transformation reading, where I've been taking a card from I call it stack one of this Oracle deck that I'm co-creating with the Creator in Spirit, because this stack is one that deals with our emotional fears and those things that are challenging us. So I'm going to go ahead and before I jump in, I'm going to just thank the Creator for being here. I always like to just start my readings off by welcoming the Creator. We know you're always here with us every second of every day, but we're very appreciative that you have the desire to, and that each of those moments is full of unconditional love for us and not judgment and trying to catch us doing things. So we're so grateful for your presence and for your love. So we welcome you and we thank you. And we also welcome the large group of support we have on the other side as well. All those beings of unconditional love and light. We also welcome you and thank you for bringing through messages as well. All right, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these up real quick here. And we'll see what the Creator would like our focus to be on this week for transformation. All right, Creator, what do you want us to know? What emotion or situation would you like us to look into transforming, or information about transformation this week? We always know you have our highest experience and a highest vibration of unconditional love. All right, we've got the envy here. Sorry about the reflection there. But we've got the little dog stealing the sausages, and it talks about envy here. And so, of course, whenever we're going through our lives, we're all have, this pop up within us when we're wanting something more for ourselves because we feel there are things that are less in our lives. So it could be more money, a better job, like I wanted that job. Oh, I want that, what they have. Whenever, like in a restaurant, if you got your food and then you see something else come by and you're like, ooh, I want that too. We just get into this, like this dog, we want to go and grab what other people have and run with it, rather than focusing on what we already have. And we focus on the lack of something instead of the gratitude of having something. But what the Creator gives us here is how to transform envy into, unconditional love, peace, joy, and laughter. It talks about self-worth and retail. You can kind of see this retail tag here. And so what that means is when we are taught to define ourselves, like our self-worth, we're taught from very, very young that there's all these external things out here that define who you are, define if you're lovable, acceptable, good enough, all that fun stuff. So it's either, the friends you have, who you end up dating, who you end up marrying, whoever, it's like who you're with, your friends, all the people piece of it, right? And then there's the situation things like the job, your place in society, maybe how well you're doing on a sports team, or how well you're doing in academics, whatever it might be, as far as situational. And then there's all the stuff, of course, you have this type of house, you look this type of way, you have this car, this amount of money in the bank, you're able to do these vacations, all this worth stuff out here, right? But the thing about that is not self-worth, because you're not defining that for yourself. You're defining yourself by the outside. So that's what retail price is. Retail price is what you mean to other people. What other people think. What other people, what value do other people put on me? And the thing about that is that's unstable, because people, their moods change, or they pass away, they never stay the same. situations, of course, never stay the same. Everything's always fluctuating. And things, of course, don't last forever. They either break, deteriorate, or are stolen. So all those things are unstable. And when we define ourselves by that retail price, then we feel unstable. Because the example I love using is you could be a beautiful, a warm coat, right? And for those people that live in northern Alaska during the winter, you are priceless. They will fight over to get you, right? But if you go to Texas in the middle of summer, you're on the blue light special rack with it flashing saying a low, low, low price, So depending on who is in what mood and where, whatever the environment is, that changes your worth, your retail price. But the self-worth is when we look inside and we get to determine what that is. So no matter what we're going through, we are the ones that define what our worth is, what our true worth is. And I have found that, when I center that, this heart here is aqua blue, which represents the unconditional love of the creator of all things. We are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. In fact, we are made of unconditional love. That's what we are. God is unconditional love. God is love. We are also made of love. We are love. So when we have that as that firm foundation, that's stable because that is eternal. That is unconditional. No conditions means you don't have to accomplish anything to gain it, and you can't do anything to lose it. So when you define your worth by that, then it doesn't matter what all this retail price is telling you, because you are priceless. And where envy comes in, so that envy is when we're defining ourselves by those external things like we talked about, all those, we're trying to get as much as we can, as much value as we can from outside. And that's why we start to go, oh, they're successful because they have that, so I want that. Oh, other people are saying, admiring those people because they have that and do that, so I want to be able to do that because I want that, that attention, that conditional love from the outside, right? But what's beautiful is that we have that power of self-worth within ourselves. And when we realize that, and we discover that when we were told to define ourselves by the external things, that's just part of the game to keep us in the loop of low self-worth and trying to get and experience all the stuff in the outside world. So there's nothing wrong with these feelings, this whole stack of emotions we deal with. They're not wrong. They're just uncomfortable because they're not what we're used to on the other side. So the purpose of these readings for these transformations is when you are ready to feel something different, then you can. And then knowing that you have the control over it is so empowering, because your life and your worth isn't in the hands of anyone else outside of your control. It's all within your own control. So as you go throughout this week, just know that every second of every day, you are indeed unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And I love you too. We'll talk to you soon. You have a great one. Take care.